everybody. This is Mr. Richard Frenzy of F Sharp Tax Management. You've heard me talk about him so many times on a lot of my shows. He's been a supporter of the show from the beginning. You believe in me, and I love that you believe in me. You also are one of the most talented tax attorneys, thank God, because you saved my life, because I'm a mess when it comes financially. You know that.
Well, thank you, Steve. Thanks for having me here in the studio. Good to see you.
Yeah,
he's ranting about the Stern Show. I mean,
yeah. So what do you think about all that, bro? Like, you just heard what I had to say. You read the article. You followed me for a long time. What do you think?
I think he helped you. You know, look, you're one of the most popular podcast hosts in the country right now. I'm sure that had something to do with your experience with Stern. So he's giving you some help and guidance in that respect. So you got something out of the deal, right?
No, I did. And it's funny because, if you listen to Stuttering John's rant on YouTube, which I highly recommend that anybody does, because John makes some really good points. It's funny because, and I had this conversation with John yesterday. So he says, everybody's stealing from him. So now, John went to NYU. Okay, where did you go to school, Richard?
CSI.
So you went to CSI. So you went to CSI to learn tax law, tax everything. So now when you go and you apply that, you get that education, you apply that in your real life. Is it right for the school to go, you stole that technique from me? No, they taught you that technique. So
yeah, no, look, I paid them for that.
Yeah.
Right? So Stern's not coming after you and saying you owe him something. You got what you got from him, and you're using it to your advantage, and that's great. It's what you're supposed to do. That's why you were an intern.
He's going around.
That's the whole point of being an intern.
Yeah, but like you're saying, we stole his shit. I was like, I went there for an education. I got an education for 8 years. That's what I know. That's what I'm good at.
Right. That's what you went there to get. That's what you got.
So, but for him to go around saying that, we're stealing his material, we're stealing his bits. No, you told me how to do this, bro. You know what I mean? And I don't subscribe to that. But you're a big Stern fan back in the day, right?
Back in the day, yeah, his early stuff.
Now you would have never guessed like all this shit was going on behind the scenes, right?
Well, whenever you have someone who's super successful like that and then financially well off, there's always people that are going to say things about you. It's always easy to think, well, that guy can solve my problems in a heartbeat. But you know what? As soon as he does that, there's going to be 1,000 people lined up saying, you can solve my problem in a heartbeat. Right? Yeah. So it's really, you have to be very selective when you're, I deal with a lot of clients that have a lot of money, and there's a lot of people that are always coming to them for the easy solution. Yeah, you have to be very selective about it. I think Stern could have been a little more generous with the people who helped him make that money and helped him, whole part of that show. Probably should have done it in a very quiet way, and maybe he does that in a very quiet way and we don't know about it. But you have to be selective about who you help and who you're out there for. If he was out there showing off and saying, hey, I'll take care of the chemotherapy. Hey, I'll take care of your father. I'll take care of this one. The list would be endless. And what would happen is you take care of 100 people, and then there'd be 100 people he didn't take care of out there saying the same thing.
There's ways to do it where you don't have to tell anybody.
You have to do it quietly.
You're gonna say, yo, give me the bill. Shh.
Yeah.
Just give me the bill. Because it was probably like everybody had to him,
Doing that, you don't know he's doing that. So you might be doing that. You don't know if he is.
Listen, I can't. You know a person 30 years. If you say, yo, keep your mouth shut, they're going to keep your mouth shut.
Yeah.
So,
well, look, I'm not here to defend Stern. I don't know him personally. I'm not.
Oh no, everybody has an opinion, so you're allowed to. They're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Hey, I'm just playing devil's advocate here. So
yeah, that's a great pinball machine.
Give you another opinion.
So now you're an accountant, and the stimulus bill is the new stimulus bill is about to be signed. What's your take on this whole new bill?
Well, I mean, I'm very disappointed in this bill, actually, personally. But they, this is what they're calling the relief bill, right? So they're bringing this one out, calling it a relief bill. Not going to relieve much of anything, but it will. It's it's going to give some money to people who are struggling. $600 per person. Um, which what that's going to do for you. It's going to make a dent in with the bills you have to pay. Probably not. But that number I think is greatly reduced. They seem to have no problem cutting the number of dollars committed to actually helping people. That's where they negotiated those numbers down. But the BS they put in these bills and the money they spend on things that is completely useless and unrelated whatsoever to COVID. That money didn't get touched. Some of that money got increased. So, the stuff that's going to affect the people that listen to this show, $600 per person going out, it's probably going to come in your tax refund. So, if you got the last stimulus check, you'll probably get it the same way. So if you got that, you don't have to do anything.
I
Money's
did
just
get
going to come
that.
to
I
you.
was kind of shocked, considering that I'm not current. I am currently paying the government off, but I am not current. I do owe money that I'm paying off. I'm surprised.
If you owe money, they won't take this money to pay past that. Still, this money will come to you directly.
Yeah, no, I did.
So,
I thought it was going to go to that, but I did.
Yeah, I know. So if anyone owes money, for most things, they will not take this money from you. They're going to give you this money even if you owe back taxes and all that, because they want this money in your pocket right now. So you'll get that $600 per person, including kids. So family of four, $2,400. So that's coming. There's also money in there to help pay rent. So there's some money that's supposedly, they're calling relief for landlords, right? So you can apply, get some money, tell your landlord. I'm recommending that people take that money and negotiate with your landlord. So if you owe them 5 months and you get 3 months from the government, turn around and say, hey, how about I give you this 3 months, we call it even, and I'll stay current going forward. Try something like that. Landlords might be pretty reasonable about it. They can't throw you out until the end of March anyway, and they might not want to go through the headache of eviction. In some states,
what if they've already sent you like legal papers?
They can't evict you till April 1st.
Even if it's in the hand of a lawyer?
You don't need a lawyer, but if they want to start the eviction process, they have to wait till April 1st. So, and then the process starts. So it could be another month from then. In some states, the eviction process is extremely slow. New York is one of those states.
I'm sure there's going to be a giant flood of landlords.
Exactly. So
moment.
That's why I say it's probably going to be in everyone's best interest to keep the tenants where they are. So they'll probably be pretty reasonable about negotiating with you. So this would be a good time to do that. Get some government money, have a lump sum check. This is a good time to negotiate with your landlord.
Yeah.
Try and get something worked out. There's also a $300 a week federal unemployment benefit coming. So that got approved in here as well. So that if you're getting unemployment already, that'll automatically come as an additional benefit.
So it's just an additional $300.
So $300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like so, if because I'm not getting much unemployment, because I guess whatever the unemployment is, you only get a percentage of how much you made from your previous job. So I'm not getting much, but that $300 would be actually more than what I'm getting.
Well, you're going to get, whatever you're getting from the state right now. So let's say you're getting $180 a week from the state. You're going to add 300 to that. So you get 480 now.
Okay.
So, so the federal government's going to kick $300 on top of whatever you're already getting from the state. No. So that could be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. I could use everything I can. The last time we spoke, you were developing a new company called GoJusto. Is there anything you could talk about what's going on with that?
Yeah, no, that's still working. It's still in process. We've been developing the software end of that. We've actually been running it and testing it. So we have about 300 clients running through the GoJusto system right now.
Now, explain to everybody what GoJusto is.
GoJusto is an accounting platform that runs your basic bookkeeping needs, right? So we link into your checking accounts, link into your credit card accounts. We do all this through a secure system that does not give us access to the accounts, just gives us a link into them, and then the institutions push the info to us as the transactions clear. So now we have access to all your accounts, and then through our database, we sort the transactions. The system automatically creates the reports we need to do tax planning, tax returns, whether they be corporate or personal.
How am I not part of this? Like, I'm the worst, bro. Like, I'm so bad. Look to your right. Look to your right. You're sitting there. The couch. Look to your left. See that pile of envelopes there?
Yeah.
Yeah. That they're all unopened.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I'll probably take those home with me when I leave, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to eliminate you from the process.
Yeah. Please.
We found that you are the worst part of this
eliminated
process.
out of my life completely.
So now we're taking all of your information, putting it into our system. Our database is coding it, and we're using it. Currently, we're using it to do all your tax reporting, your estimated payments, and then your planning. And then we internally, we're also using it to underwrite you for loans. So we're underwriting you in real time. So at all times, you can see on your dashboard how much you can borrow.
I'm your perfect commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then there's some people that can't borrow anything. So.
Yeah, well, I'm not about borrowing. I just,
some people come up negative.
Change someone's life and take that equation out. I can borrow a cup of coffee, right? Yeah.
So that's we're eventually going to make that part live, so that you'll be able to at any point in time see how much you can borrow in working capital, short-term loans. The ultimate goal is to do mortgages that way. And with the click of a mouse, the money automatically funds. So we can do settlement transfers and all these other fancy things. But we're working on getting the funding to do direct loans.
That's amazing.
Obviously the COVID thing has put us into a slow down method. We're kind of working on the internal, computer end of it and the programming side of it more. Right now, kind of slowed down a little bit with this whole pandemic.
Now, now come January 1st, you're back in the thick of things, right? That's like the new tax season right after the new year.
Yeah, it's this year's going to probably be a crazy year with the relief package coming out now, and the original stimulus package that they gave us $1,200 that you received. That stimulus package has to be reconciled in this year's taxes, so that's a whole new process. I'm sure this $600 one that they're putting out now will have something to do with our taxes this year. So and then there's also
are they going to rush it so that it is part of the tax season this year?
They always kind of stick that they're going to use the IRS to pay this money out, so we're going to have to deal with that somehow.
Yeah.
And there's also new PPP money coming out.
Yeah.
So the SBA is going to have new money available for businesses. So we have to deal with getting those loans. But they're putting a lot more restrictions on that money now. It's not going to be as easy as it was last time. So we're going to have to do all those loan applications. We do all that stuff for our clients. So it's going to be a pretty busy tax season this year.
Yeah. You and Christine are going to have your hands full.
As always.
Cool. So if anybody wants to go join GoJusto, how could they do that?
No, just working it through us right now. It's only available to our existing clients.
Okay.
We haven't launched it outside of our existing client base yet.
Okay, so if someone wants to become an existing client, they go through F# Tax Management?
Yeah, go to F# Tax or just call us directly. Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Well, is there a number? Do you know the number to call?
I know the number to my own firm. 212-371-3062.
Yeah, 555.
Yes.
So yeah, I'll make sure that when we broadcast this, that it has the number and all your information up there. Just
All right, cool.
because you've always been good to the show, and it's much appreciated. All the help, all the effort that you've done to get me out of federal prison.
Yeah, it's an ongoing effort, but we're
Yeah.
all focused on doing that.
I will tell you that everybody over at F-Sharp Tax Management, including Richard and Christine, are very talented, caring people. They go they go the extra mile to make sure that you stay out of federal prison, that you write with the government. And
That's our first goal.
yeah, first goal. Richard Prinzi and everybody over there is amazing. I owe my life to you guys, and it's much appreciated on this end. And I want to thank you for coming on. I hope everybody. I don't know if this is going to come out before Christmas, but if it does, I hope everybody has a wonderful COVID-free Christmas. There's one. I don't know if I can't play it. It's on my phone. There was an old Tiny Tim song that he did, and I said that it's. And it starts off as Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year. He won't be spreading any Christmas cheer. Like, you look it up on YouTube. Tiny Tim Santa Claus has got the AIDS this year. But you can replace that with COVID. He is in that age bracket where he's very dangerous. He's going around to all these different houses, touching cookies. Hope Santa's going to be okay. So, Rich, thanks for coming on. It's going to be fun having this show come up, and everybody. I hope everybody's safe and everything like that. And just another Grillos AftershockXL people. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you got Sterling Assault. See all my rings. Custom made rings. He has a great inventory of rings. SterlingAssault.com. Alfie can make anything out of silver. You have something, it's a little late for Christmas, but I don't think anybody's going to be getting their Christmas presents on time this year. So if you're looking for that special present, go to SterlingAssault.com. Mention Grillos AftershockXL. You get 10% off. And that's about it. GoJusto, F-Sharp Tax Management.